Welcome to the Man United show, and it's the post-match reaction. And I mean, it was a game which you probably didn't think was going to be as hard as it was. I think there was a fault that maybe the likes of Espirito Santo not being there would have made a massive difference. But from what I saw of this Wolves team, it's a very impressive Wolves team. They can be very happy with what their manager's currently doing, because I feel like they've got a very good balance of the defensive side that Espirito Santo brought, plus they were very attacking today. What did you think, Nathan?
Man, Wolves came out the traps, yeah.
They did.
And they had Hulk.
Rabid Wolves, mate.
They had Hulk playing them. Oh my gosh, Adama Traore is a handful. He's a nightmare.
He is.
He's any defender's nightmare. Simple. No one can get near the guy. I told you, even Wan-Bissaka can't get near this guy.
Yeah,
he's just unbelievable.
Uh-huh.
They were disgusting. Raul Jimenez, Trincao.
Trincao, how good was he? Barcelona just letting go of these youngsters just like they're nothing. And Trincao's adapted to the Premier League after 3 games.
Yeah, he looked good, man. Hey, I was just thinking it's a matter of time before Wolves went and just got their goal and put us under again. But like I say, the differences in our defense, Varane, he did enough to, the clean sheet was there. If that's not him there, we probably don't get a clean sheet there. And now I understand why he played Dan James, why he tried to play Dan James and tried to nullify. He can't nullify the pace of that Adama. And that's why I see he was on the right, not the left as well. I was wondering what's going on.
Is Dan James meant to be your Adama Traore? Like, just
he's meant to
pace?
Be our Adama Traore eraser. That's what he was. He was today. I'm sure.
No. You want a Adama Traore eraser? You need like a brick wall, a couple of bricklayers, and some cement. Because that dude, he gets the ball, and that's the thing with him. He's lacking that final product, which I thought that he'd got after a few seasons in the Premier. I thought he was getting it, that final product. He still lacks it, but what he does bring is he brings fear into defenders' eyes. He puts them on the back foot. He gets them tracking back and chasing their own shadows. He just runs at you. He doesn't care. He will run at you, and then he's just the size of the guy as well. He was quality today, but he is missing that final touch.
Yeah, they were everything but the goal today, these guys, and they deserve to batter us. To be fair, we weathered the storm. Green, this guy, has got burners. He's got afterburners as well.
Yeah,
he's like quietly afterburners. No one can see the afterburners when you press the nitro. Like you play in Mario Kart and you press that speed up button, and you just off. He's got it without no one even noticing. Like, he pushed the ball and he paced out someone down the left, like with the ball at his feet as well. I was like, wow, you're actually a lot faster than people think you are.
Yeah.
And then he gets the ball on the right, step over, pushes it, bang. And I'm like, another one of them ones that slide under the keeper and he can't save him.
I know. That's the thing. Look, the keeper will be kicking himself, but Mason Greenwood, he's obviously, as he's brought up, he's obviously been told, hit the target, drill it low and hard, hit the target, and you've got to make the keeper save. You've got to work the keeper, and that's what I find a lot of people don't do. They try and overcomplicate it, put it top bins or anything like. Make the keeper work. You don't know whether he's ready. You don't know whether he's prepped. Catch him off guard.
Yeah,
just shoot on target, and you'll score. And that's what he's doing.
Loved it.
Callum Miller says Traore was a beast. He was absolutely exceptional today. People, before we go on, I want to see you hit the like and subscribe. I want to see you smash that like button. We're going to go into the player ratings soon, so I want to hear your take on the player ratings. I want to hear whether you agree with us, what you would have given yourself as well. All right. So, just before we do go on, Mason Greenwood, he scored in every game so far, I think, this season. No call up to the England team. This is a subject that I'm going to bring up on the Man United show. No call up to the England team. Do you think it's not too far away? He's doing what he's got to do. He's scoring goals as a striker.
He's got to be played. He's got to be in that squad soon. He'll be back. He'll be in there soon. I tip him by the end of the season to be, someone who's always in the squad. Like, he's doing what he needs to do for club. If he continues this all season, there's no way you can ignore it, because he's got right foot, left foot, pace, and he'll have goals to his games. Like, we play him with the best players in the league, in the world, pretty much, for the rest of this season. Well, the best player, I'll call him now that he's at United. I call him the best player in the world. He's going to be playing with very soon. So, yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm sure he will learn quite a lot off the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo. Again, like I said, a subject we'll be covering in the next pod. But let's get on to the player ratings. And I mean, this man here was brilliant today. That double save. And people, man. I know this is goalkeeper union. I got to speak up on this, because I know people, will turn around and say, "Oh, the first shot hit him." No, first of all, it's about positioning. People, positioning as a goalkeeper is vital, and he was in the right place at the right time. He also reacted to that to push it out, to push it back out, not just let it hit him and turn or lean back or go dive backwards. He's pushing it out. Yes, it's integral. The next bit, the reaction, getting up and pushing it out as well for the second save. Unbelievable. David De Gea, take a bow, mate. He's brilliant.
Yeah, I'm giving him 8 today. He did really, really well. Definitely deserves an 8 after that. He got a clean sheet. It's down to him why we didn't get conceded in that particular instance as well. He came out and swept up as well once that Traore nearly got in. He also came out once as well where it looked like he might not get to it and got it out of there. So, yeah, he was really on his toes today. Definitely deserved the 8. Definitely deserved the 8.
All right. Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
I think he gave away a few early balls. Wasn't looking too good today, to be fair. I wasn't having him today. I'm giving him a 6. He should do better. It's one of them games you're playing away, them tough games that you got to go away and really grind out a result. And to be fair, he wasn't at the races as he should be today. I'll give him a 6.
All right. Paul's given David De Gea an 8 as well. And Kate's been very generous with the 10. Well, Kate's always generous with the numbers there.
Wow.
So we should have seen Kate's numbers a couple of weeks ago. So you always know Kate's going to give the big numbers. All right. Kate, next up, Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw, you know what? This guy, he was also not as good as he's been, but he was still what you're getting, what you know you're getting, a 7 at least from him. I'm going to give him a 7. He was pretty much, you know what you're getting. Like I say, you know what you're getting. He didn't do more than what you normally get, but he didn't do less either. He was like a 7 for me. If it was a draw, probably would have been, looking a 6, high 6, but he got a 7. I'll give him a 7.
All right. Next up, his debut, Raphael Varane. How did he do today?
Yeah, he didn't counter place at all.
No, he didn't.
There was times where Adama was coming up at him. He was holding him up nicely, slowing down the play. He would blocked a lot of headers. He did quite well. He did very well for me. For his first game, I'm going to give him a 7. I think he deserves a 7 in this game.
I'm sure, although he dealt with Traore well, I don't think he wants to match up with a Traore every week. So I'm hoping he thinks that's just a one-off.
Exactly. There's a game where you just say, "Wow, that was tough. Good job."
And I mean, you got a decent balance against Wolves, so it's a bit like we were saying against the Southampton. Maybe that would have been a good game to put him in against, but Wolves was a good balance as well. A good mix of Trincao. I thought was quality today. Traore, Jimenez. There's 3 different kind of players up top. He done well today. Harry Maguire, the captain.
You see, we got a clean sheet, but the defense, I gotta say, we could have been a lot better. Especially Maguire, he got megged and he got torn after that megs as well. He got left behind.
Oh yeah, that was Trincao, weren't it? On the edge of the area.
And then one time Traore was back to him and he jinked left and then went right and he was gone. And Maguire didn't even move from jink left. And he was already gone the other way. And then he'd already left and carried on inside. And I was like, oh my God, why you still haven't moved yet? You haven't even gone for the push that way. I'm like, oh my goodness me. Yeah, he got a 6. Maguire was a 6 today. He was a 6.
All right. All right.
He should be better. He should be doing a lot better than that. But when you're up against that pace, there's nothing you can do, is there? And that's what I mean. Is there's nothing he can do because that's his body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But everything he's good at is all. You know, it's just nothing what Adama's going to struggle with. Nothing. So for him.
Central midfield, Fred.
This is a position where we had one of them today, you know, just so we could actually play what we're playing. And it shows that if this boy's playing and we got a team like that, we've got to get him out of there, mate. We've got to get him off the pitch and put someone like Van der Beek, even if he's not a ratter. We'd have so much more of the ball if Van der Beek's on the pitch there than Fred. He was horrible today. I know I like Fred. I like him. I guess I like him when he's with McTominay. Because I guess they're just strong when they're both together. I don't know what it is. But if he's playing with anyone else, he seems to not know what to do. He gives the ball away too much. He was just losing the ball. He's the one on the earliest part of the game, we was on a nice good attack, and then he just gave the ball to them from the middle of the pitch. He just passed the ball to them, and there was only attack, and Adama nearly scored. I was like, what are you doing, Fred? Unopposed, you're passing it straight to them. What are you playing at? He got a 4. A 4.
Whoa.
He actually got a bit better in the second half. I'm going to give him a 5, a low 5.
Yeah, do you know what? I did notice it with
nice.
Fred. Yeah,
that's nice.
I did notice with Fred. Savage rated. No, I did notice with Fred. Yeah, he's a bit messy. Like you got all these players around, and Fred. I'm not saying he brings it down, but when you've got nice silky passing, I'm trying to be nice, Nathan. I'm trying to be nice. Yeah, he is. He's not keeping up the standards. He's not keeping them standards up.
That was the difference today in them overrunning us all the time and us just being in control of that game. If we have Van der Beek in the game, I swear we'll just have the ball all the time. Because everyone else can keep the ball. Everyone else. But it seems like if you don't provide the option to get the ball easily, that's when it all falls down. Like one man can make the difference in everything. And I think that's what happened today. Fred, mate, you play with McTominay or you don't play at all. Simple. One or the other. Play with McTominay because you're a 1. You two count as a 1. We're going to lose out on extra players, but you two count as a 1. If one of you not playing, it's like half a player. So let's get you out of there until McTominay's back. That's what you should say, you know. Listen, McTominay's injured, mate. You're injured too until he comes back. We can't play you.
Sorry, mate. Not today. Not today.
I know him as well. Sorry, Fred.
Yeah,
say it.
Yeah, it's one of them ones though. It's like a one only your mother can love. Like he's a family one that you can give digs yourself, but if anyone else does, it's trouble. But Fred,
exactly.
So Fred, we won't have a bad word said about you, but you was not good today. Paul Pogba.
Here's the thing with Paul Pogba. He's put back in that position where he's one of the two, you know. And like I told you last week and weeks before, Van der Beek is better doing that position. I know he played some very nice balls over the top. I know he did. He put some first-time balls in behind for Bruno. He's offside. He scored. Did the same again the second half. He's got that in the locker. But seriously, in that position, he's getting tackled. He hasn't got the legs. He hasn't got... I just don't know what it is, but he doesn't fit that position as well as he should do. And I just think Van der Beek fits that much better. He's better further up. I would have just put Pogba on the left, as he's been doing, and I would put Van der Beek in there with Fred, or Van der Beek in there with Matic even though Matic's got no legs. Because we would have had the ball so much with them other boys, Pogba would have been free to do what he wants up front even more, and then we wouldn't have had to play Dan James, and we could have done something. But so looking back at Pogba, I wasn't happy with him, although he did have some good parts on the ball. So I'm going to give him a 6 today. But he deserves a 6.
Yeah, so I'll bring this up in the show. Yeah, but I've made notes on Pogba today, and I thought to myself, I think there's a difference between the position that he has the most impact in and whether he plays well. because I don't think he played bad today, because as you said, there were some nice passes, nice touches. But I think that he has the best impact further up the pitch, because he's not necessarily got to try and beat two men, or that ball's not going to be just a pass. It's going to be an influential pass. Whereas when he's down back deeper, that pass is just a pass. So he's got the ball, gives it a nice little flick, drops the shoulder, no one around, passes it sideways, or tries the ball over the top. Now, he can't do that all day long, because you got to get your best players on the ball. So put him higher up. I didn't know why Dan James was playing today. That didn't make sense to me. Okay, the Adama Traore thing. But, like, seriously, how much of an impact is James going to have against Traore? Like, this guy is a human train. Like, he's not normal. He's not normal.
Too small, mate.
Yeah. He's been doubling up on a protein shake. So putting James there weren't going to make any difference. Pogba, I don't think he played bad. I just think he's playing him deeper. It's a waste of a player of that caliber.
Yeah, he has to do. I've just seen Callum now. He's just look. He has to do too much in that position. And like you said, when he does something and it doesn't come off in the middle, he loses the ball and they're at us. But if he does it a bit further up, there's the others who are there to mop it all up.
Exactly that.
We just don't. We can't afford to have him there. I think it just needs to be further up the pitch, doing more. I know it's the Bruno position, but Bruno's not going to come out. So just throw him on the left for now until Rashford's fit, and then when Rashford's fit, let them fight it out. Let them all fight it out. But just play players in their position, because Daniel James playing today meant that we had Sancho on the left instead of on his normal right.
Yeah,
which meant I would rather have Dan James on the left than Sancho on the right.
Yeah,
the normal position, and Pogba doing what he's done for the last two games.
Yep.
He's gone mad. He's always messing something up at the moment. So anyway, Pogba got a 6 because that's just what he did in that position.
Yeah, no, I agree with the Sancho on the right. It on the left, it didn't make sense to me. This guy cuts in. It's almost like Sancho gets a free roll sort of thing. Yeah, he's on the right, but he could do what he wants. You just give him license to do what he wants. Whereas he's on that left, he's got to be a bit more disciplined. I don't think he had the same freedom he would have had on the right. He's just, I mean, it's his first game, so he's got to do what he's got to do to get in the team. But yeah, it didn't work for me. James.
Yeah, Dan James.
You know when you hear that after someone says the name, it's trouble. It's trouble.
Need I say any more? Dan James. That's how he was. Didn't do a thing. I didn't remember him doing anything in this game. He got put in so many times. I don't remember how many times. He's the only one who got put in where he has a chance to take his man on. Sorry, Sancho, you didn't get the ball like that today. It was all given to Dan James, of all people, and he did nothing. He went down the line, expected to go. He's on the right side. He's only going to run down the line and try and cross it. He's only going to do it and just passes the ball in the box, and the defense just mops it up easy like it's nothing. He didn't do nothing defensively or attacking. Didn't do nothing.
Does he know how to handle his own pace?
He don't know how to use his pace.
He don't, does he?
He don't. He's so fast. Before, though, he did. In the Championship, he was running people ragged. Running them ragged. Okay, defensively, obviously, a lot of players are more clued up how to defend against pace in the Prem. So he can't just pick it up and run. Yeah. You know, like, at least you drop a shoulder, you step over, you fake something and then sprint. Like that, what you see Adama do. Yeah. He does a little, and then he's off. And you can't get him, you can't catch him. Yeah. Because if you go in and then carries on in, you can't catch him if he goes on in. So you can't catch him both ways. He's just too rapid. Yeah. Dan James should be able to do that. If he just never is going to be able to do it, I don't see him ever being able to do that. He's just he's doing a job for the team whenever he plays. It's just for a job in the team for me. He got a 5. 5
for Dan James. All
right. Not good enough.
No, it didn't. I mean, the few things I saw, I remember Dan James doing today. One of the balls he got no real pace on it, and it went straight off the pitch after one touch. Another one I saw where just before he came off, there was a low cross into the box, which I think the commentators were more excited about than any other Man United fan because everyone knew nothing was coming of it. So, yeah, those were the two things that I saw him do today. So it's just not a good day for Dan James. Jadon Sancho on his debut.
Jadon Sancho had a quiet one today. Never got the ball when he can run at you. How is that? How are you going to have a player of that quality who you're never going to get into positions to give him the ball when he can run at you and do bits? That's just stupid. That's all I think. It just doesn't make no sense. But again, it was a game where welcome to the Premiership. That's what it was for him. Welcome to...
I had to show that. I had to put that one up.
I love that game. That's exactly what I was laughing about earlier. Oh my gosh. That is so true. But yeah, Sancho is welcome to the Premiership. That's what I call lack today. Yeah, you know what it is. You got to adjust to the Premiership. This is what it's all about. There might be a lot of games like that where it's just backs against the wall and we have to make something happen out of nothing. Rashford's got used to it. You know, a lot of other, Greenwood's got used to it now, where we just have to come away and get a goal out of nothing. And this was one of those games. He didn't have the best of games. I'm going to give him a 6. He kept the ball at the right times. He didn't lose it often. He didn't really do much, but he didn't lose the ball and cause telling counter-attacks or anything like that.
No, I thought early doors it was quite encouraging. I see him dribble past a few players, hold onto the ball, drop a few step overs. That's the Jadon Sancho you want. That's what you paid for. You want to see someone a tricky winger entertain as well. And I think today was for him, as you said, was a tester, was a welcome to the Premier League. And I think he would have thought to himself, do you know what? I've got this. I think he'll think to himself, give me a few more games, I've got this.
Yeah.
And I think he will have it as well. I think you'll be seeing a highlight reel by the end of the Premier League season with Jadon Sancho. It will be on fire. For
sure. So when you've got Cristiano on that pitch as well, them counter-attacks will be something different. Seriously, they're going to be something different.
And who better to give advice to Jadon Sancho than Cristiano Ronaldo about when and where to use those tricks? Because Cristiano Ronaldo, as we know, when he first came into the Prem, he was doing step overs and tripping over his own feet at one point.
Exactly,
and he had to rein it in and then know when to use it, and he did. He perfected it.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's got a great tutor in there.
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes.
I think Bruno. He worked hard. He tried. But again, it wasn't one of his best days. To be fair, I can't give him more than a 6. I don't think he did much more. I think he did similar to Sancho. He didn't really have much in him today. He did get the ball over the top offside and scored. Nice goal. He did try a bits and pieces, but nothing really happened for him today. So I'm going to give him a 6. I think it's only fair that you give the fair reflection of what happened today. He definitely deserves a 6.
All right. And man of the moment, Mason Greenwood, the boy wonder, the child protege.
Yeah, this boy, he just continues to impress me. Like during the game, I was happy with him. He gets hold of it. He was holding it. He's turning. He was like getting out of a bit of a trouble, then finding his man and getting in the right, and then taking. Like I said, he had the afterburners on I think it was Cody down the left. He touched it in front of him, pushed it, and then put it across the box. I was like, wow, this boy, man, he's fast. Like, he's actually faster than you think. He's deceptive. And then he gets his goal. Once he's on the right there and you see him, you're like, he's going to step over and bang this. I know. Step bang. I was like, oh, gosh, once again, it's this boy again. Love it, Mason. So I think he did nothing short of a 7. It was a high 7. I can't give him an 8. He was a 7. He did pretty well in that game to come off. And, someone had to do something special to get us the goal. And it was him once again, Mr. Consistency this year. Opposed to last year where he didn't get many goals. Now he's on a roll. Even from the end of last season, the back of last season, he scored a lot of goals now in short amount of games. So he's close to like one in probably 0.7 games now.
And that's what I was just about to say.
1.2, something like that. 1.2 games. One every 1.2, 1.3 games.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He's showing consistency. Like he's
Yeah,
showing consistency of a mature striker. He's only 19 years of age, and he's probably down to the fact that he's played a lot of games. He's got some really serious strikers in front of him or
yeah,
challenging for that spot. So he knows that now he's got this shirt. He's got to play to keep it.
yeah, and he's doing it. That's the thing.
Mm.
He knows he's got pressure, and that's the reaction you want when it comes to a Man United player. Unlike
Hmm.
someone who I'm going to mention soon, but like Greenwood, he's doing what he needs to do to stay in that starting team. He will be for part of that first team. I wouldn't even be surprised if Greenwood starts, Cristiano up front, and maybe Sancho on the left.
Hmm.
You know, or even Sancho back on the bench and Pogba on the left, and then you put in a midfielder with Fred, or I don't know, mix it up with the midfield. Like we had Matic and Matic and Van der Beek in early on in the season, pre-season.
Hmm.
He could go with that. You never know. It wouldn't surprise me if that happened. So yeah, Greenwood on it. He didn't get a 10. He wasn't a 10, but I think he was good. He was a 7.
All right. The subs: Cavani, Dalot, and Martial.
None of them did anything, to be fair. But I just want to see Martial with a bit more oomph about him, mate. He just came on. He's like standing there with the ball, shimmying slowly, passing it slow. He's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know why he hasn't got like a rocket up his ass ready to like go and destroy. Like when I get on the ball, if I was on the bench and I come off the bench, I'm at people. I've got all the energy. They're all knackered. If I get 1-on-1, I'm at you, mate. I ain't stopping. I'm gonna cut you up, cut inside, cut up, play someone, make a run. Listen, give me the ball. I want it. I want to score. He just doesn't look like he wants to score enough. I know he's that quiet type, but you just gotta have a bit more. You either got to score
Desire.
and not look like you want it enough,
Hmm.
or not score and look like you want it enough, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't go. You can't be a Berber and not score. Otherwise, you get hurt. So,
so true. So true. So true. So, what are you giving Cavani?
Cavani got a 6. The rest are 5.
Cavani
Cavani worked hard as always. He tries his best to be in the right place at the right time. He'll never be less than that. And the other two, just obviously the lot goes and slides and gets a yellow card. And then Martial just walks around really a little bit. It was just, not really much to do. But at least if you're running around, I would have given you a 6.
All right. Don't take much to get some higher scores in Nathan's team. Just don't be rubbish and run about. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I'm adding the manager today because it seemed like do you know what? It seemed like there was nothing to get wrong today, but he managed to find something. I thought all he had to do was just bring in Varane and Sancho, and he brought in Dan James as well.
Yeah, he thought he was smart, didn't he? He thought he was smart. I'm gonna nullify a Traore. And then put Fred on his own today. I'm gonna prove that we can put Varane in and not need 2 defensive midfielders. And then what we'll do is we'll move Pogba, who's been playing out of his skin for 2 games, man of the match both games, looking like he's going to be player of the season for both games. Let's go put him in deep midfielder. And then let's go and put this great player in Dan James on the wing to go and create chances for our boys up front. Yeah, that'll work. Let's do it. And he does it. And simply I just don't think that was the right move. You always surprised. When you're surprised at a starting lineup, it's not a good thing. Because when it goes wrong, you're done. Same like last year. What did Pep think in his mind that he could do what he did in the finals? I can't remember what he even did, but he just made a stupid move.
Oh, was that when Sterling hadn't played for like half the season and he brought him in for the final? A couple other things. That's what Pep does, doesn't he? But
and you're thinking, what are you doing?
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Overthinking it.
Yeah, but anyway, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for his tactical moves today, I'll give him a 6.
Got a 6. Got the win.
To be fair, you know what? Yeah, 6. Because he would have got an 8 if he'd have picked just Varane in and put Sancho on the right and kept the rest, like took Martial out, put Greenwood back up front, said, listen, that's the team, I'm going with that. But he had to mix it up, innit? He had to mix it up and put Sancho out of position. It's not his normal position. That's not his first choice position. But he ended up doing that just so he can play Dan James for some stupid reason. When Dan James is better on the left. This is what's even more stupid. That's why he's got to give a 6. That's what I think. He's going to play on the left. All good. Sancho on the right. No problem. Dan James, after 50, 60 minutes, you'll come off anyway. And you might put Pogba back on the left and put a midfielder on. No.
He brought on Cavani and then he brought Dan James on.
Who's going where?
Yeah, no, I thought that. He took off Dan James. I thought he was going to swap. I thought he was going to put Pogba on the left.
Yeah.
I don't know, bring on a midfielder. I don't know. Then he put Cavani on. But he scored at that point. So
yeah, we won the game. We got 1-0, but he's a 6. Simple.
All right.
We shouldn't have made it that hard. It shouldn't have been that hard against Wolves. It should not have been that hard. And if it was a fight, that was a 10-6 round. The whole game. First half was a 10-6. How can you get you've been knocked down how many times? It's a 10-8. You've been knocked down once. So 10-7, 10-6. You've been knocked down 3 times in the game, in the round, and you just got back up to keep going. That's what it was, the 10-6 round. Good job we didn't lose and get knocked out for the 10 seconds.
Yeah, because if you would have had to come back from behind, we could have been seeing a Southampton, because it would have been very hard to get back in the game. I know you'd been very hard to get back in the game against this Wolves team. They were just missing a goal. Before we go, free kick to Neves before the goal. You saying no free kick?
To be fair, the way I saw it, I got to see it again. I didn't see it. I'm mad at it, but I didn't.
This sounds like Arsene Wenger.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. But seriously, I actually didn't see that he touched him. But I think it was down to Ruben Neves because he took so long to start hobbling. It was delayed, wasn't it? That's the problem. It didn't look like I need to see the other angle, but I didn't really see that he touched him that hard or at all from where I saw it. And then he's jumped off and looked around, and then all of a sudden he realized he's been hit. Then he's like, oh, hobbling. It's like, I'm not going to give you a foul for that. And I don't blame them for not giving the foul for that. I've got to see the other angle, like I said. But from what I saw, it looked like I don't blame him for not giving the foul. Anyway, Bruno got fouled last week and nothing was said. So this week, bang, our turn. There you go. That's how it works. That's how it works. It goes in roundabouts. Some you win, some you lose. Today, Man United won it 1-0. Mason Greenwood with the goal. You got to take it because this is a very good Wolves team, and I think they're going to be taking many points off a lot of teams. As we said previously, they've only conceded 3 goals this season. Then they've played Man United and Tottenham as well, so they're not doing too bad. Although they're down there, they're not doing too bad. All right, people in the comments section, thank you very much for joining us today. Did Arsenal play this weekend? No. Now I get your sense of humour, Paul. No, they didn't. If I could find an eject button for the comments or the people watching, I would. I'd sacrifice a view for that comment. So, that's Paul, a killer. That's an absolute I thought we were friends. I thought we had a connection. Do you know what I mean? But apparently not. All right. All right. Thank you very much for everyone else who joined us, bar Paul, because that's Paul is barred from now on. Thank you very much for joining us today, of course, Nathan. No problem. It's been a pleasure. All right, people. We will be doing the Man United show next week. There's plenty to talk about and discuss. What's your next fixture? I think it's Newcastle, isn't it? If I remember rightly. It's got to be. Just double check. Double check that. We have got Newcastle next Saturday for 3 p.m. kickoff. Newcastle next Saturday, 3 p.m. kickoff. So that will be a 2:15 match. Team reaction. Team reaction, team reaction, and 5 o'clock for the post-match reaction. There he is, showing some love, Paul. You just redeemed yourself. All right, peace out, people. Thanks for joining us. Stay safe and wash your hands.